Welcome everyone to the long voice note. Today, I felt like sharing an advice that I believe will make our lives better and make us more independent. And it is to treat ourselves as a friend. I know it sounds very questionable. Some of you might ask, what the heck does this mean? And others will ask how that's even possible. Honestly, at first I had the very same questions, but as soon as I got it, I knew that I should do it, and I hope that the same happens with you. Let me explain it to you like that. When a friend comes to us while feeling bad, we always do whatever we possibly can to make sure they end up feeling better. If they feel depressed, we say some of the nicest words and remind them that this feeling is only temporary. If they feel lonely, we say that they still have us and that we'll be always by their side. If they mess up, we comfort them and approach the guilt they feel and even try to help out. And if they're about to quit something, we tell them to never give up because they'll eventually get there, and that just by trying, they get farther than many others who didn't. Doing that isn't wrong by any means. Actually, it's amazing. But what's wrong is when we're experiencing a hard time and we don't treat ourselves the same way we treat others. Why do we have to be our own enemy? Why are we so harsh on ourselves? Why do we tell ourselves that we deserve to feel like this and it will never be better for us? Why do we think that we are not worthy of having people who care? Why is it that when we mess things up, we make ourselves believe that this mistake will never be redeemed? What I'm trying to get to here is that it's weird. It's weird that we're able to be those positive people who are always caring, supportive, and understanding to anyone and everyone except ourselves. You, just like everyone else, deserve peace. You deserve to be understood, supported, and all of what you do to others. Yes, things like these tend to be received from friends and family members, but what about when we're alone? We have ourselves. We know what we're going through more than anyone, and we are the ones who feel and deal with these experiences. So why just accept the bad and do nothing other than beat ourselves about it? We must prioritize ourselves. We should learn to motivate and inspire ourselves. We should support ourselves and be proud of the tiniest steps we take to follow our goals and dreams. We should be there for ourselves and celebrate our wins and mourn our losses. In other words, do with yourself what you so willingly do with others. Remember that every time someone made you feel better by saying something, it was you who chose to become better. No one could have aided you if you weren't open to hearing those words and feeling like that. To sum things up, be that supportive friend for yourself instead of being that enemy standing in your own way. After all, the best way to defeat an enemy is to make them your friend. So please, cut yourself some slack and be your own hero. And I guess I can now say that we're officially done with the topic. بجد الواحد مش مصدق نفسه. يعني الواحد تعب قوي. بس أنا مرضي الحمد لله على كل شيء. There are two more things that I want to talk about. First is the story behind this episode, and another is an announcement. So yeah, let's get started. I learned about the advice itself about 2 years ago from a story on Instagram by the singer Billie Rushlow. Okay, she was talking about how she's trying to do it and why, and it just clicked. It felt like, yes, I've gotta try to do this. And ever since then, I've been trying. And I would say that as much as it is hard, it is very rewarding. I just feel better in general, as if life is light كده, الحياة خفيفة, مش اللي هو overwhelming أو كده. So yeah, that's why I believe that this is one of the best advice I've come across the past years. This wasn't what sparked the idea of this episode. It was something that happened a couple of weeks ago. A friend was feeling bad about something and I wanted to try to help them feel better. So yeah, I was thinking about what to say, but then I realized that they are one of the most positive, one of the most supportive and understanding people ever, who always brings the best out of people. So it just feels odd seeing them this way. So I copied their message where they said what was bothering them, and edited it in my own way, as if I'm the one saying all of this. And then I sent it and told them, if I were to come to you saying this, what would you tell me? At first they thought I copied their message, which is understandable. But then they read it and they got what I was doing. They liked the idea. They sent a voice note as if they're comforting me, but actually they are comforting themselves, because every word that could be said to me could be said to them. And they told me that they will actually try it on some friends, and told me to try talking about it in an episode in the podcast. So here I am. And I guess that's how this idea came to life. For the announcement about, I would like to tell you that this episode will not only be uploaded on YouTube, it will also be uploaded on another platform, which is Spotify. بقى عندنا فرعين، فرع سبوتيفاي وفرع يوتيوب. الموضوع جه بالحظ مع سبوتيفاي، بس الحمد لله أنا فرحان. Finally, I wanted to thank you for listening to this episode, and I really hope that you heard it with an open mind, because I know that an advice like this will be one of the reasons that we are able to become better versions of ourselves.